Well, we haven't done one in a while, so it's time for a PWay episode. Today we're going to look at some of the works we're doing down in the Medstead to Walton section. Now, that's quite a way away, so we could walk down, or we could have some fun. Welcome to In the Loop. Welcome to this week's episode of In the Loop. We're off down the line to see what PWay are up to while the railway's closed, aside from steam illuminations of course. What we're in now is known as a Wickham trolley. Essentially, think of it as mounting a car engine onto a railway vehicle. It's insane! It's awesome though, and we will do its own episode later on. Anyway, onwards to the work site. Brian, thank you for talking to us. So last time we saw you, we joined you on a track walk, didn't we?
Indeed you did, yes.
And you mentioned about what you were checking for, sleepers and that sort of thing. Is that what the works down here is part of?
Well, during the ongoing inspections during the year, we've logged all the faults and issues that need attention. And as you say, we're now getting on with it. We're at the end of that process.
I suppose this is really the ideal time to do it because you haven't got really as many trains running.
Well, these are the 2 weekends this year that we have occupation of the track, so we can do sleepers to our heart's content.
Even better. I suppose it's a shame that most of the works can only happen in the wintertime when no trains are running, but then again, last year we did manage to get, well, I say we, you guys managed to get the whole of Alresford redone pretty much. Or at least
we did,
the new
yes,
section.
we did the remodelling of the head shunt and the points. Most interesting work.
Then you managed to get the opportunity to come out with us on the locomotive side of things to actually ride it.
Yes, and that was interesting too. The primary objective of that was so the permanent way gang could see what sort of visibility you've got on the trains.
Yeah, and the answer is absolutely nothing, isn't it? Yes.
Yeah, nothing at all.
And so that was a standard 4, so that was quite good compared to something like when we have the 9F down where it's a huge boiler. Yeah. But anyway, so the work's going on today. In the grand scheme of things, what is it in simple terms? Is it just sleeper replacement or a bit more involved?
We're replacing sleepers where the chairs are cracked, the bolts are no longer serviceable, they've generally reached the end of their life. Some of the sleepers have got cracks in the concrete, so we take advantage of this particular time to lift the rails, take one sleeper out, put another one in, drop the rails again.
Brilliant. Well, thanks so much for that, Brian. And to find out a bit more about the work, let's go and talk to our PWay manager, Neil.
Hi Will, nice to see you again. It's been a little while since we last did this. So last time was down at Alresford at the end of the remodelling scheme that went on there. So since then the permanent way have been busy doing various maintenance around the railway. So what we're doing here at the moment whilst the railway is closed is we're replacing sleepers that are either worn out or can be reused in another location. And we'll go over the reasons why we're changing them. So what we're changing at the moment is concrete sleepers in the bullhead section. As you see, we've changed some here already. And the reasons we're changing them is, if we wander over here, I will show you. So this is one of the sleepers that we've taken out. And as you see, luckily, there's a bolt here that is broken, which was one of the ones that was in this sleeper. It holds the chair in place, which isn't doing a very good job when it's broken. So we've taken the sleeper out, replaced it with a new one. We'll then take this back to Medstead and we'll see if we can save it. If not, we'll then scrap the sleeper. Behind me, we've got the guys keying up at the moment. This is part of the process of putting the sleepers in that we're changing. So what happens is we dig the beds out first. The guys then come along and unkey the rails. We lift the rails up. The RRV comes along and attaches a sling onto the sleeper. We then pull the sleeper out onto the cess. We get a new sleeper, we attach the sling, and basically we pull it back in. We then drop the rails down and we key them back up as the guys are doing at the moment. Behind them, you can see the smoke. That's the smoke of some other part of the PWay that are doing line side clearance of the vegetation of all our embankments. They've been doing a very good job around this area. We had a problem with sighting when trains are coming, and they've cleared the whole area. So they've done a really good job. So here we are now on a section that we re-railed last November, and what we are hoping to do in the near future is carry on with the re-railing from this point here towards Alton. We're looking at hopefully getting another 10 pairs of rails. Might not sound very much, but what this will do is move us quite a bit further on towards Alton, giving this section of the railway probably another 10 to 15 years before we have to think about relaying. So that's it for the moment, but in the future we hope to be doing a lot more things. Thank you for your time, Will.
It's easy to think when you come down here to the Watercress line, you're going to notice a few things. The locomotives, the coaches, the stations. But really, there's no railway without the track. It sounds obvious. And these guys here, I really cannot overstate enough just how much work they do to keep this railway running. Some of these guys come here every weekend, come rain, shine, wind, or snow. And they have been absolutely fantastic today. They're a fantastic bunch of people. If you guys are watching this and would like to come down and see what this is all about, then please do. And get in contact with us here at the Watercress line, because these guys, they are the reason that this railway can carry on running. And of course, there's lots of departments around the railway which people don't necessarily think of, but play a crucial role in making the Watercress line what it is. And don't worry, we will cover those. So for now, that's it from us. Thank you to Brian and Neil for talking to us, and we'll see you next time.